If you're seeing this, it's not random. Listen until the end, Chosen One.
Chosen One, listen carefully. Today, I have an urgent message that only God's true chosen will understand. If you have wandered from His path, if your heart does not burn with the fire of His calling, then this message is not for you. But if you are walking in His light, if your spirit knows that you were set apart, then this word will reach you at the exact moment it was meant to. What I am about to reveal is not just important, it is life-changing. It will awaken truths in your soul that even you may not fully grasp yet. Even the archangels themselves have been stunned by what has unfolded around you, and yet you still do not see the full picture. The events that have shaped your life, the struggles you've endured, the moments of silence, all of it has a reason far greater than your mind can comprehend. Stay with me until the very end, because what I share today will shift your understanding of your mission, your calling, and the power that surrounds you. You were chosen, not by chance, but by God's deliberate design, and it is time you fully realize it. Before we continue, Chosen Ones, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, share this message with other Chosen Ones, and comment 777 to let the world know you are fully aligned with the mission God has given you. Section 2. The invisible event you missed. Something shifted in the spirit realm while you were surviving. Chosen One, there is something I need to tell you. A truth so profound that it might feel almost unreal at first. While you were walking your life, doing your best, carrying your burdens, and often feeling alone, an event unfolded in the spirit realm that changed everything. You did not see it because it was not meant for your eyes at that moment. Yet its impact has been quietly shaping your life, your thoughts, your decisions, and even your very heartbeat. This invisible event, though unseen, was deliberate. It was orchestrated by God Himself in a way that only His chosen can truly understand. And yes, the archangels themselves watched it unfold with a mixture of awe and disbelief, for what you endured and what you remained unaware of is beyond ordinary comprehension. I know that for many of you, life has felt heavy, confusing, and sometimes even unfair. You may have asked yourself why certain doors remained closed, why blessings seemed delayed, or why the path forward was shrouded in silence. Chosen One, hear me clearly. These were never mistakes. Every delay, every moment of solitude, every silent night when you prayed and felt unheard, was a part of God's grand design. What you endured was the quiet preparation for the awakening you are stepping into now. It is natural to feel that the world has overlooked your efforts, that your struggle has gone unnoticed. But let me assure you, heaven never misses a single step. While you were surviving, God and the archangels were moving on your behalf in ways you could not perceive. Think of it this way. When a gardener waters a plant beneath the soil, unseen by the eye, the roots grow strong and deep. So it was with you. The spiritual forces that govern your destiny have been nurturing, shaping, and fortifying you. Every tear, every silent prayer, every moment of feeling unworthy was being converted into spiritual resilience. You may have wondered why clarity did not come when you needed it most. Why did certain answers remain hidden? The reason is simple. God knew that if you had seen it all too soon, it might have overwhelmed you. There are forces in the spiritual realm, forces of light and forces of opposition, that respond to timing, to the readiness of your spirit. The archangels themselves can only observe in certain ways. They cannot force revelation upon the unprepared soul. This invisible event, which now begins to touch your awareness, was timed perfectly to coincide with your growing capacity to understand, to receive, and to rise. This event also explains why you may have felt unseen or misunderstood by those around you. The Chosen One often carries burdens that others cannot perceive. Your spiritual assignment was quietly unfolding, and to shield you from distraction and confusion, God allowed the world to see only part of your journey. What appeared to others as ordinary, mundane, or even ordinary struggle was, in truth, a critical part of your spiritual elevation. Even in moments when you questioned your purpose, God's plan was in motion, unseen but unstoppable. Now, understand this. The spiritual realm is not static. It is a living, breathing reality that interacts with your life moment by moment. Every decision you made, every act of patience, every prayer whispered in the quiet of your heart, resonated in ways that even the archangels found astonishing. They witnessed your endurance, your faith, your willingness to walk a path without applause or recognition. And that is why they were stunned. Your choices, your persistence, your refusal to bend under invisible pressures, all of it created a ripple in heaven that will echo through eternity. Chosen one, take a deep breath and let this truth sink in. What you have endured, what you have survived, has not been in vain. You have been positioned for something monumental, something that even celestial beings are observing with a sense of awe. And yet, it is not about them. It is about you and your alignment with God's divine mission. The unseen forces have been responding to you, preparing the stage, while you were simply walking your life, doing your part, often without knowing the full impact. The spiritual event I speak of was not loud or dramatic in the way humans expect. It did not come with signs that the world could measure. It was quiet, subtle, and powerful, a perfect reflection of God's wisdom. And it reached you at the exact moment when your soul was ready to begin perceiving the deeper truths that were always meant for you. What you are about to understand in the coming moments will bring clarity to years of struggle, confusion, and unanswered prayers. So, chosen one, remember this. Just because you did not witness the event does not mean it did not occur. God's work is often hidden from our eyes, and yet it is just as real, just as potent, and just as life-altering. The archangels, while observing, were stunned not because you were unaware, but because your endurance and obedience under silence exceeded what even they expected from a human soul. Stay close to this understanding. Reflect on it often. Let it settle in your heart. Know that every challenge, every moment of loneliness, every unexplained twist in your path has been leading you toward the awakening of your true spiritual authority. And know this above all else. You are not late, you are not behind, and you are not forgotten. Heaven has been working silently, preparing you for the rise that is coming. And the moment you fully step into it, the world, and even the angels, will recognize the power of your faith and obedience. Section 3. Why the archangels are stunned. They have seen battles, but they have never seen this. Chosen one, let me tell you something that will expand your understanding of your significance in the spiritual realm. The archangels, mighty beings who have witnessed the rise and fall of nations, who have observed the spiritual struggles of countless souls, are stunned by you. They have seen legions of angels move to battle. They have watched the forces of darkness attempt to sway the faithful. And they have even seen humans endure extraordinary trials. But they have never witnessed a soul like yours. The endurance, the restraint, the quiet obedience under pressure, they have not seen it in this way before. Understand this, chosen one. The archangels are not easily amazed. They are instruments of God's power, and yet your life, your decisions, your silent perseverance have left them in awe. Why? Because they see the rare quality that even the most devout cannot achieve. You have walked through trials without succumbing to bitterness. You have been tested in ways that would have broken most, yet you remained anchored to God's will. You have carried burdens that were unseen, and still you have maintained your integrity and faith. Many of you have wondered why your struggles felt so intense, why the spiritual pressure never seemed to ease. You may have even questioned whether God had abandoned you or whether you were somehow failing your mission. Hear me clearly. Nothing could be further from the truth. The archangels themselves observed your restraint, your refusal to be swayed, and it is precisely that steadfastness that stunned them. They are witnessing your rise, even as you remain unaware of the full impact of your actions. There is a principle in the spiritual realm that you must understand. Obedience under silence is the rarest form of faith. Angels can witness human courage, but when that courage manifests without recognition, without applause, without anyone even knowing the struggle, it becomes extraordinary. And this, chosen one, is why you are so highly regarded in the heavenly realms. Your unseen victories, your quiet triumphs over doubt and fear, have created ripples that extend far beyond your comprehension. You may ask yourself, why am I still standing? Why do I feel so tested? The answer is simple. Because God has deliberately placed you in circumstances where your faith must be proven without external validation. This is a sacred test, a hidden trial designed to strengthen your spiritual core. And it is precisely this hidden dimension of your journey that has left the archangels in awe. They recognize that your perseverance is not accidental, it is divine, and it is rare. Now, chosen one, let's be clear. Being observed by the archangels is not merely a compliment, it is a declaration of significance. They do not marvel at ordinary obedience or fleeting faith. They marvel when a soul rises in alignment with God's will, especially when that rise is unseen, uncelebrated, and unacknowledged by the world. That is exactly what you have done. And this is why heaven is carefully positioning you for what comes next. The unseen is always the most powerful. Consider for a moment the magnitude of this realization. Beings created before time itself, beings who dwell in the fullness of God's presence, are stunned by your life. This is not to inflate your ego, but to awaken your spirit to the reality that you are living on a plane of spiritual significance that most cannot even imagine. Your mission, your choices, your endurance. They are setting the stage for a divine ripple effect that will touch generations, unseen and unheard, until the appointed moment. I want you to understand one more thing about this awe. It is not passive. The archangels are not mere spectators. They are monitoring, protecting, and silently supporting the faithful, especially the rare souls chosen for extraordinary missions. But they do not intervene until God commands. And in your case, they have been stunned because your obedience has surpassed expectation. They are witnessing a human soul rise with courage, clarity, and unwavering faith, even when the full picture is hidden from you. Many of you have also struggled with loneliness in your mission. You may have felt isolated, misunderstood, or burdened by the weight of unseen responsibilities. This is exactly why the archangels are stunned. They see the strength you summon every day, even in the absence of human validation. Your resilience, your ability to hold on to hope in the face of uncertainty, has made you a spiritual anomaly. You are rare, chosen one. You are exceptional. And yet here is the paradox. The world often does not see this. Friends, family, colleagues, and even fellow believers may not understand the depth of your endurance. They may see only the surface struggle, the mundane challenges, and the moments of doubt. But the heavenly realm sees it all. Every tear, every whispered prayer, every silent act of faith is registered in the eternal ledger. And it is precisely because of your unseen obedience that the archangels stand amazed. Let me explain further. What amazes them is not merely that you endure, but how you endure. You do not lash out. You do not demand recognition. You do not bow to fear. You carry the weight of your mission with grace, humility, and trust in God's timing. This is what sets you apart. This is what the archangels recognize. Your faith under silence, your joy under trials, your patience under pressure. These are qualities so rare that even celestial beings pause to acknowledge them. Now, chosen one, I want you to internalize this fully. Your life is a spiritual symphony, composed by God, witnessed by angels, and executed by you. Even when you feel unseen, even when you question your path, know this. The heavenly realm is paying close attention. Your rise, your endurance, and your obedience have stunned the very beings who have existed before time, and the full manifestation of this recognition is yet to unfold in your life. In conclusion, understand this truth. The archangel's astonishment is a reflection of God's pleasure in your faithfulness. They are witnesses, but their awe is also a signal to you. It is confirmation that your walk, your mission, and your patience are aligned with divine purpose. What you have survived, what you have endured, and the silent victories you have achieved are unprecedented in both the human and spiritual realms. Hold on to this revelation, chosen one. Let it strengthen your resolve. calm your doubts, and awaken your understanding that you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary in the eyes of God and even in the observation of heaven's highest beings. Your life is significant, your mission is vital, and your rise, when fully realized, will leave a mark that even angels will recount in awe. Section 4. The silent promotion. You never celebrated. You were moved higher without applause. Chosen one, it is time you understood a truth that few ever grasp. There has been a promotion in your life, a rise, a movement, a shift in spiritual authority. But you never heard the fanfare. You never saw the announcement. You were not celebrated, applauded, or recognized in the way the world might deem appropriate. And yet, this elevation is real, permanent, and divinely orchestrated. God does not operate like human systems. He does not measure significance by applause, medals, or recognition. Your promotion was silent because God knows the weight of what you are to carry and the timing of when the world must perceive it. Many of you may feel overlooked. You have worked tirelessly, prayed deeply, and endured trials that exhausted your spirit. And yet, the world seems indifferent. It may feel like your contributions, your faithfulness, your very essence has gone unnoticed. But I want you to know that heaven has been watching. Every act of obedience, every moment of restraint, every silent choice to honor God over convenience has been noticed. And the archangels themselves have witnessed your rise with astonishment. They see what you cannot see, that your influence, your authority, and your spiritual stature have expanded even while you believed you were waiting, stuck, or delayed. Understand this principle, chosen one. God often promotes quietly, deliberately, and invisibly. He knows that recognition before readiness can be dangerous. To be elevated too soon, to hold power or insight without preparation can lead to pride, confusion, or even spiritual collapse. That is why your promotion was silent. You were moved higher while the world believed you were standing still. You were given authority while no one noticed. You were anointed in ways unseen while the chaos of life pressed around you. This silent promotion also explains why you may have felt restless or dissatisfied despite your faithfulness. Your spirit sensed that something was shifting, even if your circumstances seemed unchanged. That restlessness was the whisper of heaven telling you that you were being prepared for a greater season, a season in which your influence, wisdom, and insight will touch far more than you can imagine. You were readying yourself for a spiritual ascension, one that requires strength, humility, and endurance. And God knew you were ready, even if the world could not see it. There is also a divine reason why your promotion came without applause: protection. When God moves a chosen soul, there are spiritual forces that notice, both of light and of opposition. To announce your rise prematurely would have exposed you to attacks that could have disrupted your growth. That is why your promotion was quiet, shielded, and deliberate. You were lifted, strengthened, and positioned in ways that even the archangels observed with awe, while the forces of opposition remained unaware of the extent of your elevation. Chosen one, your patience has not been in vain. Every moment of waiting, every season of uncertainty, every period of silent struggle has been the soil in which this promotion has grown. You were being prepared, strengthened, and fortified for the responsibilities now being entrusted to you. And this is why even angels are stunned. They see the combination of your endurance, faith, humility, and obedience, a combination rarely found in a single human soul. Let us also address the invisible weight you have carried. Many of you have felt the pressure of responsibility without guidance, the burden of decisions that seem to fall squarely on your shoulders, and the weight of knowing that your choices affect more than just your own life. That weight, chosen one, is proof of your elevation. You were promoted silently because God entrusted you with greater authority, and with authority comes responsibility. The archangels are stunned because they see your ability to carry this weight with grace, composure, and unwavering faith. It is vital that you understand another aspect of this silent promotion. Spiritual authority is not about control over others. It is about control over self. God has given you insight, wisdom, and discernment far beyond what you may realize. You have been elevated to see beyond the ordinary, to perceive the spiritual currents that guide human events, and to act in alignment with divine will. Even while the world remained blind, you were being prepared to rise with clarity, purpose, and power that will be undeniable when it is fully revealed. Many chosen souls fear silence. They equate the lack of recognition with failure or insignificance. But hear me clearly. Silence is a sign of alignment with God's timing. It is an indication that your promotion is authentic, irreversible, and sanctified. God does not need public applause to validate his work, and neither should you. Your rise is already in motion, witnessed in the heavens, and secured by God's decree. The archangels are stunned because what they see in you is rare: faithfulness, patience, and obedience under conditions that most would find unbearable. You have risen in secret, yet your rise is permanent and undeniable. Think about your life for a moment. The struggles you endured, the moments you felt overlooked, the times when you questioned your worth, were all the necessary preparation for this very season. You were being refined. Your spiritual authority was being strengthened. Your insight, wisdom, and influence were being quietly expanded. Even while you felt ordinary, God was moving you into extraordinary levels of alignment with his will. The archangels saw it, and now it is your time to recognize it. Do not underestimate the significance of what you have achieved silently. Others may never fully understand your journey, but that does not diminish its importance. What matters is that you have aligned with God, and alignment is everything. This silent promotion ensures that when your influence begins to be seen, it will have a purity, clarity, and power that could only be forged through obedience, patience, and resilience. Heaven has been orchestrating this quietly, and you are now ready to step into the fullness of it. Chosen one, take a moment to internalize this. Even without applause, even without recognition, even without public acknowledgement, you have been elevated. Your spiritual authority, your insight, and your readiness have grown to a level that leaves the archangels in awe. They witness the rare combination of endurance, patience, humility, and faith that defines you. And soon, the world will begin to see the fruits of this elevation. But even before that, know this: you have already risen in the eyes of heaven. Section 5. Why your mind was under attack. The battle was never around you. It was within you. Chosen one, I need you to hear this carefully. The heaviest battles you have faced, the most confusing struggles, the moments when your mind felt like a stormy battlefield, they were never truly about the world around you. They were about what was happening inside you. Your mind, your thoughts, your soul's inner landscape became the theater of spiritual warfare. And this, my dear chosen, is where most souls falter. But you were being prepared. You were being trained, tested, and refined. The attacks on your mind were not signs of weakness. They were signs of elevation. Understand this principle. The enemy knows that controlling the mind controls destiny. That is why the chosen one experiences confusion, self-doubt, anxiety, and mental fatigue more acutely than ordinary souls. These are the hidden tests of spiritual resilience. The archangels, observing your journey, were stunned not only by your endurance, but by your ability to resist surrendering to fear and despair. Every intrusive thought, every wave of uncertainty, every moment of doubt that tried to shake your spirit was a necessary pressure point designed to strengthen your mental and spiritual core. Many of you may have felt like giving up. You may have questioned whether you were truly chosen or wondered if God had abandoned you. This is exactly what makes the attack on the mind so insidious. It masquerades as reality. The enemy whispers, "You are alone. You are failing. You are insignificant." But hear me, chosen one. These whispers are lies. Every time you resisted them, every time you chose faith over fear, you were winning a battle that most souls never even see. This inner warfare is the crucible of spiritual greatness. You see, the mind is the gateway to your destiny. What you believe, what you focus on, what you allow to take root in your thoughts, these shape your reality. The attacks on your mind were designed to challenge your focus, to test your alignment with God's will, and to ensure that your rise would be deliberate, disciplined, and fortified. Even when it felt unbearable, your endurance was preparing you for the next level. The Archangels observed this quietly, amazed by your restraint, patience, and obedience under pressure. Chosen one, there is a divine reason for the mental heaviness you have carried. It was never meant to break you. It was meant to awaken you. Every moment of confusion, every sleepless night, every overwhelming emotion was a spiritual lesson in disguise. God allowed these pressures to refine your thought patterns, to strengthen your discernment, and to teach you the power of stillness in the storm. When the mind is under attack, the spirit is being trained. When the soul feels weight, it is being fortified. Many of you have tried to fight these attacks with your own understanding. You have sought solutions in human logic, in advice, or in distractions, but these only provide temporary relief. The true solution, chosen one, lies in surrender. Surrender to God, surrender to His timing, surrender to His divine plan. Your mind, your thoughts, and your emotions must be brought under the guidance of heaven. This is not weakness. This is alignment. And alignment is the power that allows a chosen one to rise above ordinary struggles. Let me remind you of another truth. The mind's attack is often a sign that you are on the right path. The enemy rarely targets the ordinary, the complacent, or the unchosen. You are being tested because you have been chosen for extraordinary purposes. The Archangels are stunned because they see your ability to resist manipulation, your refusal to bend under invisible pressure, and your growing capacity to maintain peace even when the storm rages within. You may have noticed patterns. Repeated thoughts of doubt, anxiety, restlessness, or fear that seem to return no matter how much you pray or focus. Chosen one, these are not coincidences. They are spiritual invitations, opportunities to exercise faith, patience, and discernment. Each challenge of the mind is a step toward mastery over self, which is the ultimate requirement for anyone God calls for extraordinary missions. Now, hear this carefully. The inner battles you endured have equipped you with tools that others do not possess. You now have an intimate understanding of patience, resilience, and trust in God's plan. You have learned to recognize lies, to discern spiritual manipulations, and to remain anchored in faith when the outer world fails to validate your truth. The Archangels are stunned because they see a soul that has been refined in secrecy, a soul whose obedience, patience, and courage surpass what they have observed in most humans. I also want you to understand the power of rest in this battle. Many chosen ones fight themselves endlessly, thinking that constant effort, constant vigilance, and constant worry will lead to victory. But that is not how spiritual warfare works. Rest, surrender, and stillness are essential. The mind must be calmed, not conquered by human strength. You are learning through every trial that the power of alignment, prayer, and divine trust far exceeds the power of human effort. This is why the battle felt intense. The enemy was trying to teach you the value of surrender through struggle. Furthermore, the attacks on your mind were teaching you discernment. They were sharpening your ability to distinguish between truth and deception, between fear and wisdom, between manipulation and guidance. These skills will serve you profoundly as you rise into your true authority. The Archangels are stunned because they have rarely seen a soul acquire such clarity and power under such pressure, all without seeking validation, applause, or recognition. Remember this, chosen one. The mind's attack was never meant to defeat you. It was meant to refine you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the next phase of your mission. Every moment of mental struggle was an invisible hand, guiding you closer to the understanding, power, and insight that you now begin to receive. What seemed like chaos was actually preparation. What seemed like failure was actually elevation. What seemed like doubt was actually a test of faith, endurance, and obedience. So, as you reflect on these experiences, give yourself grace. Understand that your endurance under these mental battles is one of the highest forms of spiritual victory. You have survived storms that others could not withstand. You have maintained faith when the path was unclear. You have resisted despair when hope seemed distant. And in doing so, you have positioned yourself for a rise that even the Archangels are watching with awe. Chosen one, let this truth settle in your heart. The battle was within, but the victory is eternal. The mind's attack was real, but so is the unseen strength God has cultivated within you. You are stronger, wiser, and more spiritually attuned than you have realized. And now, as you move forward, you will carry the peace, clarity, and discernment necessary to walk fully into the mission God has designed for you, leaving even angels amazed at your obedience, endurance, and faithfulness. Section 6. The divine reason you were kept in the dark. Knowing too soon would have broken you. Chosen one, it is time for you to understand a truth that has been hidden from your conscious awareness for far too long. The reason you were kept in the dark, the reason answers were delayed, and the reason clarity did not come at the moment you demanded it, is simple. God knew that you were not yet ready. Knowing too soon would have broken you. Yes, it may feel frustrating, even painful, that the truth of your mission, your significance, and the full scope of your rise was hidden from you. But every delay, every moment of uncertainty, was a deliberate act of divine mercy. You see, chosen one, God does not reveal all to his children at once. Just as the sun does not shine its brightest at dawn, the full light of understanding is revealed in perfect timing. To expose you to the fullness of your calling, the magnitude of your mission, or the spiritual weight of your purpose too early would have been overwhelming. It would have crushed your spirit, clouded your discernment, and perhaps even caused you to falter under the burden of knowledge. This is why God has always worked with precision and patience, revealing only what you could handle at the time. The archangels themselves observed your journey and understood the wisdom in this approach. They knew that sudden revelation could destabilize a soul, even one as chosen and faithful as you. And so you were shielded, protected, and kept in a state of gradual awakening, even when it felt like waiting was the hardest part of your life. The silence, the uncertainty, the periods of apparent stagnation, they were not punishments. They were divine preparation. Chosen one, it is vital that you grasp the significance of this truth. Your patience, your endurance, and your continued faith in God, despite the absence of clarity, have been the training ground for the spiritual authority and insight you now begin to receive. This is why the archangels are stunned by you. They see a soul who has remained steadfast under conditions that could have shattered lesser spirits. They see a spirit that has embraced faith without full understanding, and that is rare, even among the chosen. Consider for a moment the nature of divine timing. God's plans are not bound by human schedules or desires. He operates outside of time, orchestrating events in a way that ensures maximum alignment with purpose and destiny. Every moment you thought you were delayed, every time you questioned why life seemed stagnant, was part of this orchestration. You were being readied, spiritually and mentally, to receive truths and responsibilities in a manner that would not overwhelm you. The darkness you experienced was, paradoxically, the very environment in which your spiritual muscles were strengthened. Many chosen souls struggle with doubt and frustration during periods of hidden truth. They may feel abandoned or question their significance. But hear me, chosen one. This darkness was never an absence of God. It was his protective hand, ensuring that when the time came for revelation, your soul would be strong enough to embrace it fully. Even when you felt isolated, misunderstood, or unseen, God was meticulously preparing you, shaping your character, and fortifying your heart. You may also wonder why the archangels allowed this concealment. Did they not intervene? Did they not reveal the truth? Understand this. The archangels are bound by divine law. They observe, they protect, they guide, but they cannot act beyond God's decree. And in your case, their restraint was part of the divine plan. By allowing you to walk in faith without full knowledge, they witnessed a level of obedience and resilience that few souls achieve. They were stunned not only by your endurance, but by your ability to trust without certainty, to walk without full vision, and to remain aligned with God's will under unseen pressures. The darkness you experienced also served another purpose. It refined your discernment. When God finally reveals the truth, when the full scope of your mission is laid before you, you must be able to perceive it with clarity, humility, and wisdom. Premature revelation can lead to arrogance, confusion, or misuse of divine authority. By keeping you in the dark until the right moment, God ensured that you would receive insight with readiness, focus, and spiritual integrity. Chosen one, I want you to recognize the beauty in this divine strategy. Every moment of uncertainty was not wasted. Every trial, every unanswered prayer, every period of waiting was a step in your preparation. The archangels, watching from the heavens, saw the perfection in this timing. They observed the development of a soul capable of withstanding spiritual pressures, a soul prepared to rise into authority and influence without being consumed by it. It is also important to understand that being kept in the dark is a test of alignment. God measures not only obedience but also patience, trust, and faithfulness in unseen circumstances. How a chosen soul responds to uncertainty reveals the depth of their character. And you, chosen one, have passed this test in ways that leave even celestial beings astonished. Your ability to maintain hope, to keep walking, to continue trusting, even without visible evidence, has positioned you for a rise that is both significant and lasting. Now, let me explain another critical aspect. Spiritual readiness. The mind, heart, and spirit must be prepared before certain truths are revealed. Knowledge without readiness can lead to chaos. Influence without preparation can lead to misuse. That is why you were kept in the dark. The divine forces were shaping you, training you, and ensuring that when the time comes, your rise will be stable, powerful, and aligned with God's ultimate plan. Every trial you faced, every period of waiting, every moment of confusion was necessary. It was the divine rehearsal for your true mission. Even the archangels marveled at your endurance because they recognized that your preparation was deliberate and perfect. They observed a soul rising quietly, growing stronger, and accumulating wisdom, all under conditions that would overwhelm ordinary humans. Chosen one, as you reflect on these truths, allow your heart to release frustration, fear, and doubt. Recognize that your life has been carefully orchestrated and that every delay, every hidden truth, every period of darkness was a gift in disguise. God's wisdom exceeds human understanding, and His timing is flawless. You were never abandoned. You were never behind. You were being prepared. So, embrace this understanding. The reason you were kept in the dark is the reason you are now being prepared to rise. Your clarity, your authority, your wisdom, and your spiritual insight have all been shaped by this divine concealment. And when you fully step into your rise, the archangels will continue to marvel, not because you were unaware, but because of the extraordinary obedience, patience, and faithfulness that you displayed under conditions few could endure. Chosen one, let this truth settle deeply in your heart. The darkness was never a punishment. It was never neglect. It was divine preparation, protection, and refinement. And now, the stage is set. Your rise, your revelation, and your alignment with God's purpose are ready to manifest. Section 7. What happens next? For the chosen one. Now heaven is watching your response. Chosen one, now that you understand what has unfolded, it is time to turn your attention to what comes next. Heaven is watching, not with judgment, but with anticipation. Every step you take from this moment onward will shape the next phase of your journey, the next season of your mission, and the influence you will wield in ways both visible and unseen. You have been prepared, refined, and elevated quietly, and now it is your response that matters. This is your moment to step forward with clarity, purpose, and calm authority. Understand this. Your rise is not chaotic. It is intentional. The archangels, observing your endurance, patience, and faith, are not astonished merely by what you have endured, but by your readiness to act with discernment now. You are being positioned for the next steps that will require not force, not haste, but wisdom, alignment, and trust. Your mission is not a sprint. It is a steady, deliberate walk under the guidance of God. Every action you take must reflect obedience, humility, and a clear understanding of the purpose you have been called to fulfill. Many chosen souls make the mistake of rushing when they sense elevation. They want to assert power, influence, or understanding before their readiness aligns with God's timing. Chosen one, this is not your path. You have been taught patience through every unseen trial, every period of silence, every weight of uncertainty. Now your patience becomes your power. Your composure becomes your authority. The way you move forward will set the tone for everything God intends to accomplish through you. There are 3 things you must understand about the next season. First, your alignment matters more than your activity. Heaven is not measuring how much you do. It is measuring how closely your actions reflect God's will. Many may see movement, but without alignment, their progress is hollow. You, chosen one, are being trained to act with precision, wisdom, and clarity. The archangels are stunned not only by your endurance, but by your ability to align yourself even when the world cannot see, and even when you cannot yet see the full scope. Second, discernment will guide you. You will face decisions that feel weighty, complex, and at times overwhelming. You will encounter voices, distractions, and pressures that seem urgent. Remember, chosen one, discernment is not born from haste. It is born from patience, reflection, prayer, and the quiet guidance of the Spirit. The unseen forces around you, both supportive and opposing, will test your clarity. The archangels are stunned because they have observed your growing ability to perceive truth, reject deception, and act with divine insight even before full understanding arrives. Third, your influence is already being felt, whether you realize it or not. Every act of obedience, every choice to maintain integrity, every moment of patience resonates far beyond your awareness. Like ripples on water, your alignment with God's purpose touches lives, situations, and spiritual currents that you cannot yet see. Even the archangels are observing these ripples with amazement, recognizing that your rise will affect generations. You are not just a participant in your own journey. You are an instrument of divine orchestration, and your actions now will amplify the impact of everything God has already done in your life. It is also important to understand that the next phase is not about seeking recognition, validation, or reward. True rise is silent at first. It is steady. It builds from the foundation of faith, obedience, and alignment. You may not see immediate results, but the spiritual structure around your life has been meticulously prepared. What happens next will require patience and trust. The archangels are stunned because they see a soul capable of rising without needing applause, without needing affirmation, and without needing external validation. That is a rare quality, chosen one, and it is why you are being entrusted with such profound responsibilities. Now, let us address the inner landscape. As you move forward, the mind will continue to be a battlefield. Old patterns of doubt, anxiety, and fear may attempt to resurface. Do not be discouraged. These are tests, not traps. They are opportunities to exercise faith, discernment, and the calm authority you have cultivated through previous trials. Remember that the mind is the gatekeeper of your destiny. Your ability to maintain clarity, focus, and peace under mental pressure will determine the strength of your rise. The archangels are watching how you respond to these pressures, and their astonishment continues, because your calm, deliberate responses are shaping a spiritual authority that few have witnessed. Chosen one, the next season also calls for action, but it is action guided by insight, not impulse. You will be presented with opportunities, decisions, and situations that may feel urgent or critical. Heaven is giving you space to act with wisdom, clarity, and alignment. Your rise will not be immediate in every aspect, but it will be unstoppable because it is anchored in God's timing and authority. Even the archangels, who have witnessed countless souls rise and fall, are stunned because they recognize the perfect alignment between your obedience, endurance, and readiness. Let me remind you, your rise is not about force. It is about presence. Presence in alignment with God, presence in obedience, presence in patience, and presence in faith. Your influence will expand naturally as you maintain this alignment. You do not need to push. You do not need to prove. You only need to walk deliberately, consistently, and in harmony with God's guidance. Every step you take, every choice you make, will be multiplied in ways unseen, affecting lives, circumstances, and spiritual currents beyond your awareness. The archangels are stunned because they recognize that your rise is holistic. It is not merely about victories in the physical or spiritual world. It is about transformation of your mind, your spirit, your character, and your influence. They see the integration of patience, wisdom, endurance, and alignment in your life. Few souls attain this level of spiritual maturity under unseen conditions. You have done so quietly, faithfully, and with unwavering trust, and this is what leaves heaven astonished. As you move forward, Chosen One, I want you to adopt 3 guiding principles. First, trust God's timing. Second, maintain your alignment and integrity. Third, respond to challenges with calm authority, not reaction. These principles will serve as your compass, guiding you through the unseen, the unexpected, and the extraordinary. Heaven is watching every decision, every response, and every moment of restraint. Your rise is not measured by speed, but by consistency, obedience, and faithfulness. It is also important to understand that the next phase will not be devoid of opposition. You will encounter spiritual, mental, and emotional challenges. These are not signs of failure. They are indicators of your significance. The greater your mission, the stronger the resistance. The Archangels are stunned not because opposition exists, but because they have witnessed your capacity to rise above it with discernment, calm, and unwavering faith. Your response to these challenges will define the strength of your influence in the seasons to come. Finally, Chosen One, recognize the magnitude of your responsibility. Heaven is positioning you for influence, insight, and impact. Every act of faith, every choice to obey, every moment of patience is now a cornerstone in the foundation of your rise. The Archangels are stunned, and so should you be inspired, because your journey is rare, extraordinary, and divinely significant. What happens next is a reflection of your readiness, your alignment, and your willingness to embrace God's design fully. Chosen One, as you step into this next season, walk boldly, walk confidently, walk with calm authority, knowing that every unseen force, every archangel, and every spiritual current is aligned to witness your rise. Your obedience, patience, and faith have stunned heaven, and now your actions will manifest the impact of all you have endured, prepared for, and cultivated in secret. This is your moment. Step forward. Rise fully. Section 8. Conclusion. Rise, Chosen One. Heaven is ready. Chosen One. Now you understand what has been unfolding all along. The invisible events you missed, the silent promotions you never celebrated, the mental battles you endured, and the periods of darkness you walked through. All of it was deliberate, perfect, and orchestrated by God. You were being prepared, refined, and elevated quietly, while the archangels watched in stunned awe. And now the time has come for you to rise fully. Remember this: your journey is rare, your obedience is extraordinary, and your alignment with God is unmatched. The world may not recognize your significance yet, but heaven does. The battles, the delays, the moments of confusion, all of them were building your authority, clarity, and resilience. You have been trained in silence, and your rise will be undeniable. You are stronger, wiser, and more spiritually attuned than you realize. From this moment forward, step boldly into your purpose. Walk with calm authority. Respond with wisdom. Trust God's timing. Every decision, every action, and every word will carry the weight of your divine preparation. Even the archangels remain in awe, witnessing your rise as you embrace your mission with full faith and obedience. Before we close, Chosen Ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, and share this message with other Chosen Ones so they too can awaken. And comment 777 in the comments to show that you are fully aligned with your mission given by God. Let this be your declaration that you understand your rise, your authority, and your place in heaven's plan. Rise, Chosen One. Your time is now. Heaven has been ready for you all along.